I knew it was coming. After building an empire, climbing the ranks of power and influence, you'd think you'd be safe, untouchable. However, there is always a price. The higher you climb, the closer you are to the brink. I saw it in their eyes, those beneath me, watching from the shadows. Every decision I made, every deal I brokered, every move I made, there was always someone ready to take it from me. They knew my weaknesses before I did. They watched from the periphery, waiting, calculating. I always felt someone, somewhere was out there, waiting for the right moment to strike. But it wasn't until the first sign appeared that I understood. It wasn't a threat at first. No, it was subtle. A small misstep in my day, a missed meeting, a lingering glance from a stranger. I dismissed it. I should have known better. Power clouds your senses, makes you believe you're invincible. The first message was simple. I know your secrets. A warning, maybe, but not enough to scare me. Not yet. After all, I built this company with blood and sweat, played the game in ways most couldn't even imagine. My secrets weren't to be feared. They were weapons, tools to keep me ahead. But when the messages became more direct, more calculated, I started to feel it. A shift. A presence always just out of reach behind me. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know if they were inside my circle or watching from the outside, blending in with the faceless masses. But I felt them, watching, waiting. The power I'd amassed, the influence I held, it wasn't enough anymore. I had become a target, not just by the usual enemies wanting a piece of my empire. No, this was different. The CEO killer, they called them, a name floating through rumors, carrying terror. The first victim was someone I knew well, a fellow executive. At first, his death seemed an accident, but the details didn't add up. A fatal fall. A random tragedy. Then it happened again. Another colleague, another accident, the same pattern, the same calm, methodical precision. It wasn't until the third time that I understood. The CEO killer wasn't after the weak. They weren't looking for an easy target. They were coming for the strong. They were coming for me. I tried to prepare, to protect myself with security, surveillance, and deception. But they were always one step ahead. How could I have underestimated them? The one thing I hadn't considered was my own hubris, which I'd always taken for granted. The CEO killer is not just a murderer. They are a master of perception. They enter your mind and distort reality to the point that you can no longer trust your senses. It is too late to know you are in danger. You're the hunted. You've already lost. Although this is how it ends. It's the 4th of July, and the streets are lined with fireworks and flags. The air smells like gunpowder and joy. In the middle of the city, I stood on my balcony, viewing the throng below, ignorant of the shadow cast over me. They are celebrating their independence, their country, and their past. But I know the truth. This is my last moment. The CEO killer has come for me. The silence before the end is deafening, but the world below doesn't notice. They're too busy celebrating, too busy reveling in their illusions of safety. But I see it now. The killer's hand, the one I never saw coming. I feel the cold steel, sharp and precise. And as I fall, the world spins, blurring into red, white, and blue. It's fitting, I suppose. The day the nation celebrates independence, it loses me, the one who thought he could never be brought down. But in the end, none of us are untouchable. None of us are free. As the fireworks explode in the sky, I breathe my last. And the nation carries on, unaware that the man they once revered has become another casualty in the game of power.